One, teachers and Zoom room hosts, so we can have the same settings or at least close to them. So the first thing you're going to need to do is sign in to your Zoom account just in a browser. So not using the app, but using the browser. And then make sure that you're signed into the account that you're going to use if you have multiple accounts. And then once you're here, on the left, you'll see this sidebar. And you want to go down to Settings. And then these are all the things that we need to shift. So host video, that should start like this, toggled on. Participants video should start as on. Audio type computer audio is fine to check. Join before host. We're going to make sure that participants can join before the host because that's fine for adults, maybe not so fine for kids. Enable personal meeting ID. We can put that on there. People won't actually need it if they have the direct link. Use personal meeting ID. We don't need to go over each one of these, but all of these are fine as they are. Require a password. That's automatically set by our district and maybe everybody's at this time. And then the next thing to kind of change is mute participants upon entry. I think we decided to have that on. And then people could go ahead and turn themselves on and off, and that will put them in the active role of deciding when they are heard or not. Upcoming meeting reminder, no. And then the next thing is we're going to have to turn the chat on. And it says you might get a notification. This is going to affect auto-saving and private chat. That's exactly what we want to do. We want to auto-save our chats. So we're going to turn chat on. I have it off for my class because they start chatting and they're not paying attention. They're having side conversations. So this says prevent participants from saving chat. I'm going to unclick that because I want to be able to save the chat myself. So make sure that that is not checked. We don't want to prevent that. Private chat, that's fine with adults. Auto-saving chats, that's what I want to do so that I don't have to go in there and save it each time. And then this is very handy. Play sound when participants join or leave. I think that's handy and just kind of announces somebody coming into the room so they're not sneaking in and then it feels awkward. So I like to make mine heard by host and all attendees. That way if they're coming and going, we know. When each participant joins by telephone, I don't really have that checked. File transfer, yes. Feedback to Zoom, I have these as no's because we're going to be going in and out of Zoom rooms and we don't need to have that feedback form popping up each time. I like to always show the meeting control toolbar, so that's clicked on. I like to show my Zoom windows during the screen share. Screen sharing is turned on. Who can share? We'll switch this to all participants because we want to enable all participants to be able to share. Who can start sharing when someone else is sharing? I'm going to say host only. We can decide if we want to change that to all participants. I guess we should go ahead and change that to all participants. This is one of those kinds of things. So I'm just nervous being in school mode this whole time. Disable desktop or screen share for users. No, I'm not going to disable that. I'm just asking them to do that. Annotation. Let's go ahead and turn annotation on. That might help us do some creative things. Whiteboard, I have that turned on and an autosave of the whiteboard. Nonverbal feedback, no. Allow participants to rejoin. Well, we're not really removing anybody. Allow participants to rename themselves. Yes, we want that on because we're going to want participants to have their first and last name and also their grade level showing as we're meeting. And let's see, hide participant profile pictures in a meeting. Nope, we want to have that. Report participants to Zoom in. Oh, so once we're in the meeting, you're going to want to have breakout rooms enabled. So you want to have that clicked on. You may not use it, but you want to have the flexibility to be able to do so if you need to. And remote. The rest of these, I think, we don't need to have checked. Virtual background. Oh, allow users to replace their background. Maybe that's why mine, you can put a virtual background if you want. And that's pretty much it. Okay, I think anything else? Oh, I have the waiting room. It says when participants join a meeting, place them in a waiting room and require the host to admit them individually. No, we're going to turn the waiting room off. That is one last thing that we need. Okay, that is it for now, I think.